There's a man named Charles Ryrie. You may have the Ryrie Study Bible. Back in 1972, he spoke to some summer counselors at a particular camp, or preparation for a camp, and he put this equation on the blackboard. And the equation was T plus HH equals SG. T plus HH equals SG. And then he explained what it meant. Time plus habits of holiness equals spiritual growth. Time plus habits of holiness equals spiritual growth. That if you want to grow spiritually, it's going to take time, but it's going to take habits. It's going to take disciplines. It's not just showing up. It is making effective plans by the Holy Spirit's directive in our life to be different and to let God renew our minds and make changes in us. General William Booth, who was the one who started the Salvation Army, was asked by an evangelist the secret of God using him. God used him in such an effective way, and this is what he said. He said, other people have greater minds, more talent, greater resources, but God has gotten all there is in me. God has gotten all there is of me. You may not feel like you have a lot to offer God, but has he gotten all that you got? When he gets all that you've got, you're going to be the loaves and fishes, and you're going to watch what God can multiply in your life and do some amazing things through you. We're to be a living sacrifice. We're to be a holy sacrifice, meaning we're to be set apart or sanctified. That means that we have one purpose in life. We're not divided in that purpose. Our life is charted toward one thing, and that is holiness or lordship. That God is in control, and every day in every area of my life is under his command, and I desire to be passionate for God's will in my life. You say, well, I can't be that passionate about anything. Well, we're moving into the winter months. And some amazing things happen in the winter months up north. Places like Green Bay or Foxborough, Massachusetts, or Giant Stadium in New York City. You have these people who wake up early in the morning. They bundle up and they head out while we are contemplating whether to come up to a warm church building. They are heading out to snow-covered bleachers and sitting there for 3 hours watching 22 guys on a frozen field do what they do and saying they're having the greatest time in their life because they're passionate for something. That's what it means to be set apart to one purpose and letting that purpose dominate your life. Present your body as a living and holy sacrifice. That we are to be a sacrifice for God. And someone has said that the problem with a living sacrifice is it's always wanting to get off the altar. It never wants to stay up there. And you may go through a point in time where you are passionate for God, but there's this tendency to cool down and to roll off the altar. Adrian Rogers has said that the original altars, there was flesh hooks. And these flesh hooks were on the altar, and they were to clamp into the sacrifice and to hold it there. And he said the two flesh hooks that you need in your life to hold you in place as a living sacrifice on that altar are devotion and discipline. Devotion and discipline. If you are strong in your devotion and strong in your discipline, it will maintain you as that living sacrifice on that altar.